Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be doing a birthday long nail design. This is the part 2 video of our 2-part video series for my birthday month. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in, and for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So I started off by putting 2 coats of the peel off base coat, and I did not do prep on this other than cuticle work. I did find that the 2 coats of the peel off base coat definitely helps with the actual peeling off of the nails. So if you caught my long nail video a couple weeks ago, I said that I had a hard time removing the nails, and I was expecting these nails to just pop right off. But I guess turns out when you do nail prep and you only put 1 coat of the base coat, the peel off base coat, those suckers just stayed on for like, almost 2 weeks. So I'm putting the peel off base coat because I am intending to do my birthday nails month long. So I'm going to be posting 2 videos every week for short nail and long nail. They're both going to share the same concept and design. So I have to have them peel off as easy as I'm putting them on in theory, because it's going to be a lot of work this month, but I'm happy to do it because I'm feeling the creative juices flowing. So hopefully I can put out some really good stuff for you guys. So we're going to be matching up the colors on my short nail hand side, and I have a combination of some of these poly gels to do that. So I'm going to be starting off by using this blue poly gel. This is by Beetles, and I probably, like, I am not used to using colorful poly gels. I usually just have the basic clear white and light pink sometimes. So this is kind of fun for me to do, and I'm just going to show you guys how I apply this now. As you all know, I mostly use gelish poly gels with their slip solution, but today I'm using, at least on this nail, the Beetles poly gel, and I'm actually using it with Model 1's slip solution. At the end of the day, you can use different brands and mix it up. It varies a bit, but it's all intended to do the same things. And either way, I'm not too fond of using this stuff. It's sticky and messy, but I want to use this up. So I was very tempted to just pull out my gelish slip solution. There's nothing that I've used compared to that, and I just struggled putting these some of these nails on. So like I said before, like, I want to peel them off as easy as I put them on. Some of these nails are a bit difficult. I like this color. I feel like there's textural differences depending on the color for the Beetles polygel. But for the most part, it's not as terrible. Like, I did use the Model 1's polygel on one of my nails, or 2 of my nails, and that was a nightmare. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys which, the comparisons between them, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell right off the bat like how different they are, but I definitely struggled on some of these just to get get everything in place and looking right, because I don't like to do too much filing when I use polygels, just because the idea of curing when you're ready is because you spent the decent amount of time to get it looking right. So just filing a lot after using polygel, it just seems like, you know, something is wrong there. So after giving that a cure, I'm going to be peeling off my nail form. These are Hand and Nail Harmony nail forms. I like them a lot because they're super sticky. They won't move around, and the sticker quality is pretty thick too, so it's not gonna like crumble as you apply pressure on there. But just so I can build up an apex a bit, I'm just gonna add more of this polygel onto the base of my nail and work it down. I do like to maintain a nice thinness to my nails, but just adding this extra bit is very helpful in a good way to keep your nails from breaking at the smile line area, I find, if they're too thin. But yeah, so this isn't terrible. The other thing with polygels too, I can apply right on top of the other after curing, and it just blends so well that you can't tell. You know, sometimes, especially if you're not good at applying acrylic like I am, you can tell that where you've added it on top of each other. So yeah. But for this week's concept, if you haven't seen the part 1 of this video series, I am doing everything that you think of that's in a birthday party. So in the last video, we wrote part of a message, which was B-Day. So on this hand, I'm going to be writing happy. So it spells out happy B-Day or birthday. And then I put some iconic images of what you think of when you hear birthday. So we have the birthday cake, we have balloons, we have presents, and we have the age, of course, and we have like streamers. So I'm really excited to do this part of the video now, just because, you know, I like the longer nails. It's more surface that I can do my designs on. So that's probably why I prefer longer nails. But if you caught the first part of the video series, I did fairly well with short nails as well. So all in all, it was a good time for me doing this design. I don't normally do these whimsical designs, so it is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm pretty excited about just having a pretty good year in celebrating my birthday. So yeah. So there's a lot involved with this design. It's going to be a lot of everything. I'm going to be doing 3D charms on almost every nail, I think, with the exception of the pinky. So I'm going to show you how I do that, and that I can remove them. I really like the whole magnetic charm idea. You can have it one moment, and then the next you could just take it off and not have to worry about redoing a nail or anything. So I'm pretty excited to show that to you guys. This is clear polygel by Model Ones, and this was the nail that I had so much. I mean, you can see it, like the polygel is just way too sticky and not as firm compared to the Beetles ones. So if you are in the market looking for polygels, just judging by the differences, like at least as you see here, this is the Beetles polygel. I mean, it doesn't move around so much, so at least you can rely on it staying put once you put it in place. But the nail that I just did before with the clear polygel, that was from Model 1, and that was a struggle because it would move around on me, and I found myself having to clean up the nail all the time. And I thought that maybe it was the slip solution too. The slip solution is a Model 1 slip solution that came with the Model 1's polygel kit, and that is messy in itself, and I was very tempted to grab my gelish slip solution and use that, because that is more of a liquidy thing, and it evaporates away. The Model 1's just stays there. So here are the color comparisons. Now this one came out a little darker, I mean a little bit lighter than the short nail. I had this nail polish to go by, but as you can see, like the dried nail is darker than what's in the bottle, so that's off. But it's a pink shade, so it's kind of similar in that aspect, but for the most part these are all matching. I mean, this was supposed to be gray, but in the Beetles tube that I will show you here, it looked gray in the bottle, and then I guess it didn't after it cured. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to be putting one layer of this base coat by Model 1's cure after each nail, and I'm doing this because I wasn't too sure exactly what the design would look like. Obviously I'm gonna mimic what was on the short nail side, so if you didn't catch that video, check it out. They're basic images of a birthday party, but I didn't want it to just be plain Jane and then do a 3D charm. I wanted it to kind of grow from the nail. So as I'm thinking, I'm writing down the other half of this happy birthday message, and I'm using the Madam Glam black liner, not black liner, I think it's just black paint, it says on the lid there. But yeah, so I'm just using this to do my lettering, and I like how it applies. It applies on very smooth, which I think is far easier to use than using a black gel polish. So I'm really glad that I have this to work with. But we are just trying to spell happy so that when I hold my hands out, they're going to say happy birthday. A little cheesy queasy, but it's fun and I wanted to do it. So now I'm gonna do the design on my pinky nail. I had this idea, like I did with the short nails, to do like streamers or like something decorative that you would see at a party. So I'm just taking some gel polishes by Gelish, and I am doing kind of like an ombre swag. So, in interior design, I think it's called, I don't know, 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 I think it's called, I a swag is pretty much what you think it would be. So I'm just draping this fabric, or wanting to look like fabric, into a swag, making these zigzaggy shapes down my nail. And I combine this color with some builder gel to create some dimensional aspects to this, and it's definitely making it look really lifelike fabric on my nail. So after I did that, I'm going to put a layer of top coat by Model 1s, and then I'm going to be using my rhinestone glue. And this is a Beetles rhinestone glue, and I'm going to be applying a dab of the top layer onto each of it, just to act like an extra seal when I put down these rhinestones. But I'm putting down some clear rhinestones, and I'm going to be adorning that with some pearls and some caviar beads. And I didn't know exactly how this was gonna look, but when I was done with this nail, I was like, oh my gosh, this is very pretty, and I want to try using it again somewhere in another design. So I ran out of memory on my phone, and it cut off recording. So unfortunately, it's not going to show you how I made this disc here, but it's just basically a glitter bomb plate, and I'm going to write my age on here. As you see, I'm putting 39. I'm 1 year away from hitting 40. Oh, well, you can't stop time. But yeah, so that was a simple one there. So now moving on to my middle finger, which will be the gift box. And I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to build this gift box? At first I was just going to take polygel and form it into a cube. But I thought that would have been too simple. So now I'm going to be using rhinestone glue and topping that off with some top coat. And I'm going to be laying down these rhinestones in the shape of a square, and I'm going to build a gift box. So I'm using like the reddish rhinestones. There is kind of a pink hue in it, so I used it from last year's July birthday month design, and I'm also using the clear rhinestones. I'm using the red as the ribbon, so I have to strategically place the red rhinestones in such a way that it looks like it's ribbon wrapping around the gift box. So this was kind of fun. It was like paint by the numbers kind of deal. But yeah, so after I finish making all 6 sides of this box, I'm going to be just filing off the excess to make sure that I get like a nice crisp clean line. And right now I'm putting a layer of top coat by Model 1s with that rhinestone, and I'm going to be adhering the magnet. So there's, again, magnets on almost every nail except for the pinky nail. But yeah, I'm just throwing on these pixie crystals. They're all over. I dumped them, and I'm just trying to find them now and just put them randomly on this nail, just so that it's not totally bare. Like, I like clear nails, but not too plain clear to where you just see your natural nail underneath. So I have to break that up. But yeah, so now I'm just making these edges nice and sharp, because we are going to be sealing these sides together to form a box. And this was the fun part. I like filing sometimes, especially e-filing. So I'm just putting some of that rhinestone glue on the side, and I'm just gonna try to like just pinch this in between my fingers and just hold it down that way. When you're working with small pieces and you have long nails, you can imagine that just gets a little difficult to maneuver around. But yeah, and I'm not too concerned with trying to make it super perfect because the pressure of my fingers can kind of just place these pieces in place after it cures. I'm just adhering the bottom so that I can attach it onto my nail, and then attaching the box to that. And I have this flower rhinestone, kind of looks like a bow, so I just stuck that on top. So moving on to the next nail, I am going to take my sweet time into putting these holographic hexagon glitter pieces, and I'm just gonna line them up. And that was what was cut off earlier when I ran out of storage or memory, so I wasn't able to show you that, but at least I have the second nail here that I'm pretty much doing the same thing. It's kind of fun too. You put some top coat on the tip of that paintbrush, and you can pick up the glitters fairly easily. But I thought that this would look cool. It reminds me of a disco ball. And we're just going to keep lining this all the way up to the nail. I'm reducing a glitter piece each row that I go up so that the design is going to be on a bias or diagonal. And I love the colors that it's making. So the fact that I chose different colors per nail, it definitely goes with this whole theme that we're trying to do here. So after I cure that, I'm going to be putting on a dab of rhinestone glue and then sealing everything with the top coat. And this is going to add some dimension over that glitter because you are applying a certain amount of thickness over it. So moving on to the next nail, I wanted to do the balloon. And I had an idea in mind that didn't turn out the way that I thought it was going to turn out. But I think the end result was pretty similar to that of a balloon. So I'm just, I took the saran wrap around the bead and I painted halfway with top coat. And I dipped that into the builder gel pot. And then I applied another top coat after that. And then I'm just going to do this twice so that I have two halves. And this was kind of fun to do. Then after I get this second piece out, I'm going to be filing the edges smooth so that I can take the two pieces and gel them together. And I used a coarse grit and a fine grit just to make sure that I get a nice flush edge to attach to the other. So inside I threw some of those colored rhinestones, the clear just the colored rhinestones, caviar beads. And I did apply, include some holographic glitters. Moving on to the next nail. So I had taken a break. So this is not good filming at all. I took a break, and when I came back, I forgot to hit record. So it just left out how I did my thumbnail, the background for my thumbnail, and how I did this cake. So I attached the magnets, and I put a skinny candle in there, and then I applied polygel around it. Right now I'm just filing the edges, the sides straight, so that it looks like a nice clean cake. But yeah, so as you see, I have a real candle in the middle because I am going to light this cake up. As I'm saying that, it just it sounds funny to me. But yeah, so I'm going to be lighting this cake up at the end of this video, so stick around to check that out. But yeah, this one was a fun one to do. So I'm just taking a mixture of builder gel and white gel polish, and I'm going to just put some accents onto this cake. I mean, I envisioned something looking a lot better than that, but I didn't have any ideas on how to pipe gel and on a smaller scale. But yeah, so I'm putting some cuticle oil, and I'm going to be showing you the end result. And here is the end result. It says happy because the other hand says birthday. And I'm just going to be attaching these pieces onto the magnets. Yes, I am 39 and happy about it. I got my gift box, and that star rhinestone piece definitely helped to make it look like there's a bow on there, so I'm glad for that. And here is my wannabe balloon with the little yarn piece for a balloon string. And then last but not least, the birthday cake with the single candle on top. It's so cute. I can't. So here I wanted to show you guys the similarities between each nail. So on both the short and the long is my representation of a birthday cake. Which one do you think is better? The next nail is my balloon nail. And then next is my gift box. I definitely like the 3D gift box. It looks pretty cool. Imagine receiving a gift box that was like made with a bunch of rhinestones all over it. And here's my 39 years shown on each nail. And last but not least, my streamers. I definitely like the long nail one. Look how crazy this thing turned out. It's so pretty. Like, I can think of so many things that I could do just by staring at that one. And all together, happy birthday. Happy B-Day, actually. Like, as you can tell, I'm just enthralled by this whole design. It was a lot at once, but it was pretty fun to do. So as you see, I'm going to take my chocolate bar and I'm going to light my candle. Happy birthday to me. And also, I wanted to shout out again to SF Dream Beauty. It's her birthday this week as well. Stop by her channel and leave her a happy birthday. I made my wish. So fun. I can't. Well, there you have it. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And join me again next week. Like I said, I'm going to do a short and long nail for my month long of birthday designs. See you again next time. Thanks. Bye.